Dad out there. And that is Rylan Boothman, a grade 11 student at Reynolds Secondary School, who's going to perform a spoken word presentation. Rylan?
You and I were the kinds of people that fought with our hands in our pockets. Most fights we were in ending with us getting our heads shoved into lockers, which in our opinion were just large pockets for our heads to rest in. We kept our opinions locked tightly in the change pockets of our wallets, which in turn we kept in our back pockets for fear that some pickpocket would find the key to pick the locket that locked our thoughts safely away in the breast pockets of dress shirts behind 3 pens and a pocket protector. Our other friends, merely defectors to the army of the other side, unabashedly, we walked side by side because we've got the audacity to take all of you on. And the only reason why we kept our opinions to ourselves is because were they to be released, and whoever shoved our heads into metaphorical lockers would be reduced to a sniveling, crying mess on their bedroom floor, but that would be cruel. So we kept our opinions to ourselves because you and I were the kind of 8-year-olds that fought fistfights with our fists folded fastidiously into our front pockets. You and I were not the kinds of people who were supposed to be friends. You hated coming to school in the morning, but hated going home in the afternoon even more because your house was where you learned to pull your fists out of your pockets and fight back. But your house was merely the training ground to the school that I loved, which was the battleground. You walked side by side with only me. I got along with just about anyone, but my 8-year-old self did not care that we walked on 2 different boardwalks built for people from 2 different walks of life. We still managed to walk side by side. My mother asked me once, Rylan, do you get bullied at school? Not sure where the question came from because the answer was obviously no. I felt the need to elaborate. Back then, if anyone had ever been dumb enough to lay a finger on me, my best friend would have shoved that finger far enough down their throat so they could choke on it. So no, I was not bullied in school, and it wasn't always because I was the coolest one or got along with everyone. So these words about bullying are kind of like virgins writing love poems, but I'm taking the time now to do what my 8-year-old self never did. I'm taking the time to thank you. Thank you for walking with me, because you and I were the kind of best friends that taped mirrors to the backs of our sunglasses, so while everyone else thought we were just being cool, we were really watching each other's backs. And even though I haven't seen you in 6 years, probably will never see you again, and even though you will definitely never hear this, thank you for walking with me, because you and I are the kind of best friends that still walk side by side. So if there are any bullies out there that want to take me on after the show, I've got backup in the form of a 17-year-old invisible friend who's still my 8-year-old best friend at heart. I didn't write this because I was bullied. I wrote this because my best friend from grade 3 to 5 taught me to root for the underdog, regardless of whether or not I see myself in them, taught me to see the good side of everyone, even those that have fallen between the cracks of the rotting sidewalks of society. So if you're one of those unlucky few that has fallen through, I'm sorry, but I do not know if it gets better or not. But if you are like me and have been lucky enough to stand on top your entire life, please take the time to reach down and give them a hand up. Thank you.
Well, to Dad, you have a right to be proud. That was amazing. Don't you all agree? Absolutely. Well, Travis, Rylan, Premier, members of caucus, and especially all the young people who are here today and the teachers that brought you and those throughout the province, while we're wearing pink today, let's think about this every day, 365 days a year, and let's end bullying in British Columbia, and Travis, as you said, right across the country. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of Anti-Bullying Day.
I was living with a friend of mine.
Hi, Rylan.
Oh, you're Rylan's dad?
Yeah.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Do you think